Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're ranking the best dark matter cards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM here on this tier list. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it, and let's start off with the first dark matter on the list. We got George Gervin. We got about, I think it's like 50-ish of the best dark matters in the game on this list. So a lot of cards to get through, and George Gervin's going to be the first one. I think B tier, or no, I think C tier. The honest truth about this card is his jumper's just not that great. Now he's solid defensively. He's a good slasher, like good card. I think he's very good, but I don't know. C, or I think you could argue B. He's not a bad card. He's good value dark matter, but again, these dark matters are really good. So I'm thinking Dr. J is probably A tier at this point. I don't think he's S anymore. His shot creation is still very high level. He is still a very good, very versatile card, no doubt about it, but I don't think he's quite as good by any means as he used to be. There's still a couple of there's at least one or two shooting guards in this list that are better than him, in my opinion, and there's a lot of good dark matters, especially at some of the other positions. So I think A for Dr. J. I think Beasley's obviously S tier. I'm struggling to speak right now. Sorry. I think Beasley is definitely S tier. The shot creation on this card is unmatched at the small forward position, at least out of any of these cards. Like the only cards I think that can match Beasley's shot creation at small forward are Giannis, KD, guys like that. And Beasley is just an incredible card. I think he has to be S tier. Love his offensive ability, and I think defensively he is good enough. He did no-brainer S tier to me. LaMelo I don't love. The honest truth about LaMelo is he's C tier, and I think it's basically because I just don't love the jump shot. He doesn't have a lot of movement. His biggest value is that he's tall and good defensively, which is useful. But for me, I think it's not useful enough to have him above C tier at this point in the game. Gary Payton's really solid. There's a lot of good dark matter point guards, though he is on the smaller side, and his movement isn't great. But he has an incredible jump shot, and he's a very good perimeter defender. I think I'm going to go B, high B. That might be a little low. I don't know. Jaren's going to go A. I like Jaren a lot. I think he's very, very good all the way around. Offensively, he is capable with the ball in his hands. Defensively, he's a stud. His jumper's nice. I was a big fan of this card when I did gameplay with him this week. I think he's very, very good. Zach LaVine, I'm not a big fan of. I think he's C tier, and I think that is the right spot for him. The honest truth is his shot creation isn't very good, and he's not an elite level defender. And when you're not great at either of those two things, in my opinion, that holds him back. Nice release, great dunk animations, but it's not enough. John Wall, I think he's D tier. I think he's our first D tier on the list. He just doesn't have enough shot creation. In all honesty, we got to have some guys in these lower tiers. There's a few other cards in this list that are worse than John Wall, but I think he's in the bottom 7 or so, and somewhere around there. I don't really know. I do think he's towards the bottom of this list, though. Scottie Pippen gives you elite level defense and a very good jump shot with a great fade, but he does not have any sort of shot creation whatsoever. Useful card, but a little bit limited to his role. I think C tier. Danny Granger, love the release. He's better defensively than you think. The movement isn't insane, but he is a super duper solid card. I feel like even B tier might be a little bit low. Definitely not bad at all. Akeem Olajuwon, I'd prefer Jaren over Akeem personally. I think Jaren just gives you a little bit more speed, a little bit more shot creation, but Akeem's really good too. He is, even B tier feels a little low. I mean, the jumper's nice. Defensively, he's a stud. He's really good at power forward still. The B tier cards so far are really, really good cards, by the way. Like, I like all of these cards a lot. Andre Kirilenko, among dark matters, he's the second best small forward in my personal opinion after Beasley. Beasley's my favorite for sure, but AK is still S tier. I think he's an awesome card. Love the jump shot, love the defense, and honestly, the shot creation really is a bit underrated with him too. He's a stud. Michael Porter Jr., I can't go higher than... I lied. Go watch the pack and play that I uploaded yesterday, or that I uploaded today. I apologize. Michael Porter Jr., honorary S tier. Just go watch that video. He's not actually S tier, but for the sake of this video, he's going to go S tier. Austin Reeves, I like him more than LaMelo. I was higher on John Wall when the season started than I am now, to be totally honest. I had John Wall over Reeves in my first top 10 point guards. That was wrong. Reeves is better than John Wall. He's a better shot creator. His SIGs are good. His jumper's nice. I think Reeves is C tier, and I'd honestly take him over LaMelo as well. David Robinson, I'm gonna go low A for D-Rob. The speed is amazing, the size is there, the defense, all of it, everything about this card is awesome with the exception of his jump shot. The jumper's not bad, it just gets a lot of load ups. I like his shot, but when it slows down, it's annoying. I don't think it's a big enough flaw for him not to be A tier with his speed and versatility, but I don't think I can go higher than that. Aaron Gordon, I'm sorry, I just don't like this card. He does not have a good jump shot at all, and I think it kills the viability of this card at a high level. just not a fan. It's hard to use a card who's got a bad jump shot at this point in the year, especially if they're not a big man. But Aaron Gordon has one of the worst jump shots of any card on this list. Brandon Roy's going to go B tier for me. I love the shot, but the SIGs are not there. The defense is good. The slashing is great, but he's just a better, like, he's smaller than Pippen, and I think he's better offensive than Pippen overall, but I don't think I can go higher than B tier at this point, to be totally honest. SGA, still A tier, not S anymore. There are some better dark matter point guards at this point, but SGA is still a very good card with a nice release, solid movement, versatility, good defender. Not a bad card at all by any means. Bam Adebayo, I really like, to the point where I am actually going to put him low B tier despite him being a 6'9" power forward. The jump shot is elite, and defensively, I think he's a stud. I just wish he was taller. If he was 7 foot, he'd be A tier, maybe even S tier, honestly. I really like the card, but I just don't think I can go higher than B tier because of the size. Magic gets the benefit of being 6'9" at the point guard position and an elite level defender. He is so glitchy still in terms of his defensive viability, and some of the slashing and stuff that he can do as well at times offensively can be really valuable. The jump shot kills the card. It is the only reason he's not S tier, and honestly, he is one of the very few cards in my team that can overcome having a bad jump shot. The reason that he can do that mainly, obviously, is because of how good he is defensively and his size, but I still think he has to go A tier personally. Andre Bargnani, speaking of has to go A tier, love this card. Really like his jump shot a lot. He's a 7-footer. He's got good stats and badges. I think he's one of the better dark matter bigs, power forwards especially, in my team. He's a legitimately really good card. I really like him. Brand new card, very good card as well. Jeremy Lin, I'm not putting him D tier. I don't care. I like this card a lot. He is a C tier card. I would potentially take him over Reeves. I would definitely take him over LaMelo. I think he is awesome. I love his jump shot. I think his movement's nice. I will stand by Jeremy Lin being a legitimately good card. Plain and simple. I'll do it. C tier. Joel Embiid, B, same level as Hakeem. Those cards are the same, basically. I mean, Hakeem might be a slightly better animation-wise card, and he's a tiny bit faster maybe, but they're the same card. They do the same thing. I think Embiid's going to be wherever Hakeem is. LeBron's going to go B tier. I'm sorry. I like this Bron card. I do. He does not have SIGs, and he just doesn't have movement, and it's an issue at this point in the year. He does everything else well, but his movement isn't that good at all, and I think he's B tier. Jason Kidd, S tier. My favorite dark matter point guard in the game. No brainer. He is that good. I love this card. His jumper's amazing. His movement is there. He's like a evolutionary version of a Gary Payton. Gary Payton was a great card for his time. Jason Kidd is the new version of Gary Payton. J Kidd is an absolute stud. Chet is really good too. I think he's definitely A tier. I think he's definitely towards the top of the point guard position, or of the center position among these dark matter bigs. In fact, when it comes to center, he's probably like third out of the dark matters. Power forward, it might be a little bit lower, but I still think he's really good there. I like this card a lot. He's my backup center right now. He's a legitimately very good card. Grant Hill, D tier. I cannot stand his jump shot. I do not like this card at all, and I will stand by it. I'm not a fan. He is D tier. Cannot stand him. Brandon Ingram, really nice jump shot. I think he's like low B, honestly, because he is 6'10" at shooting guard. His jumper is actually pretty good. He doesn't have great shot creation. He's not like an elite defender, but he's a good enough one with the size and versatility he's got. I like the jumper. I think he's B tier. Stephon Castle, I'm going to put him A tier or S tier as well. This might be an unpopular opinion because he's honestly, I know the jumper standstill isn't amazing. The defense is really good, and he's got an elite level fade. He's a very good slasher, and I do think his jumper is pretty greenable, not to mention he's got good movement. He's like a slightly smaller but much better all-around Magic. Not as impactful defensively maybe as Magic, not quite anyway because of the size, but he's 2 inches shorter. I mean, he's got a better jump shot, much better movement, much better fade. I think he's really good. I think he's S tier. Tim Thomas, I'm going to give Tim Thomas S tier as well. I think he's a top 3 small forward. I think him, Beasley, and AK all deserve those S tier spots. Really like Tim Thomas. Very Archers. Okay. Tim Thomas is really good though. Great shot creation, really nice release. He's a very good card. Tyrese Halliburton is one of the worst cards on this list, if not maybe the worst. He is terrible. Do not like his jump shot at all. Absolutely not. Ron Artest, same tier as Dr. J, but lower in the tier. He's low A. His jumper's nice. He's good defensively. I honestly have had B-Roy over Ron Artest this whole time. I don't think I do anymore. Artest has got, I think, a little more off the dribble ability, and he's probably a little more impactful defensively. Now that we have more shot creators, B-Roy's role, it feels very limited, because there was a time where there was a lot of limitations to shot creators, and B-Roy felt like he could score even though he didn't really have SIGs. At this point, B-Roy's utility feels a little less, and I think Artest might be a little bit more useful, personally. Pau Gasol, not a fan, just don't like the jump shot at all. I think he's probably the worst big man on this list, or at least one of the top couple. I think you got to put him in D tier, to be honest. He's probably the best card in D tier, but I still think he's going to go D tier. Kareem, Kareem's still S tier to me. He's the best dark matter big man in the game. He's got the glitchiest player build, not to mention his jumper's actually really nice. He's great defensively. He's a stud. He's a no-brainer S tier to me. Adam Morrison, I'm not the biggest fan of this card. I'm lower on him than a lot of other people are. I think he's C tier. I don't think offensively he's that great, and defensively he's undersized. He's not a horrible card, but he's certainly not my favorite. Russell Westbrook, I'm sorry. Fun card to use, but D tier. The jumper's just not there, and he's undersized as well. I enjoyed using him. The gameplay I did with him was actually a lot of fun, but I think he's still D tier in terms of how good he actually is. Moses Malone's like low B. He's same level as Bam. That's fair. I think we'll go B tier for Moses. I don't mind that. He's a good card. I actually think he's pretty solid. His jumper's nice. He's got good speed. He's good defensively. Like, he's a really solid card. KD, I'm sorry, C tier. I just don't think KD cards are that good in my team this year, except for obviously his Invincible, which is insane. But outside of that card, I haven't seen a single KD card this year that I've ever been like, oh yeah, I love this card. Just didn't happen this year. I don't know. Didn't love KD's animations that much this year. Maybe an unpopular opinion. I've gotten hated on a lot for my KD opinions this year, but I just don't think he's that good. I mean, all might disagree with me, but I think he's C tier. Andrew Wiggins, same level as Pippen. He's like a slightly better Scottie Pippen maybe, but Pippen actually has the better fade. So that Pippen does have that edge. A tall, versatile, good defensive small forward or shooting guard, who's really good as a slasher and has a nice jump shot, but doesn't have SIGs and doesn't have a fade. He's limited. He's C tier. Josh Smith, I'm not sure he is S tier like Beasley, AK, and Tim Thomas are, but I still think he's really good. I'm going to give him A tier. Definitely an A tier card at a very minimal on this list. Great fade, great defender, great jump shot. Really good card. Bull can't go higher than B tier. I just don't like him that much. His jumper's not that good. I don't think he plays that well or all that big. Honestly, his SIGs are kind of very underwhelming. I'm not a big Bull guy this year, honestly. I think he's B tier. Zach Edey, he's got to go S still. He does. I mean, he's the best center out of all the dark matters right now. I will say I'm not quite as high on this card as I thought I would be, but I do think he's good. I think he's S tier. When he first came out, I thought he was like better than Wemby. I don't think he's quite there, but Wemby's also for one not on this list. When it comes to pure centers on this list, I do think Zach Edey is the best of the group. So for me personally, I think this is a completely reasonable place to put Zach Edey on the list. He has to be S tier still, right? Like, I don't think there's any real disagreement about that. Jerry Stackhouse, he kind of does everything well, but nothing too insane. I think like low B. His jumper's really solid. His movement isn't bad, but it's not best of the best. Defensively, he's solid, not again ridiculously insane. He doesn't have an elite ridiculous size, but he's a good card. He's a good, well-rounded, really solid card in my team. I think B tier is the right spot for him. Lonzo Ball, low A. Love the defense, love the size. And I like the jump shot a lot too. He doesn't have a lot of movement though. Good card, but I think he's A tier. I'm still going to give Giannis S tier. I just, his size and switchability at small forward and defense is so valuable. I would rather have him than Josh Smith personally at the small forward position. I think he does deserve one of those last spots in S tier. Still a really good card. Dame doesn't have the movement. The honest truth is he's just undersized without great SIGs. I like his jump shot. I like his slashing, but I still think he's got to go D tier. Terry Disher is just too undersized. Otherwise, I think he's a really good card, but I don't think he's any higher than B tier because of the lack of size. Sean Kemp, I'm sorry. I don't like this card. I think he's D tier. His jumper's not good. The more small forwards that come out, the more it's like, Sean Kemp's not that good. I think he's D tier. Marc Gasol, great jump shot. A slightly worse Bargnani, probably. Low A to high B. Feels like the right spot. I have him over... Nah, B. He's on the Hakeem Embiid level more than he is on the Chet, Jaren, D-Rob level, in my personal opinion. I think he's B tier. I think that's right. J-Dub, C tier, nice jump shot, good defender, good stats and badges, nice wingspan, but he's a little bit short. He doesn't have elite level movement. He's okay. I think C tier. Chris Paul's going to be D tier. Not a big fan of that card. He's just too undersized, honestly. Manu is A tier, and honestly, Manu's actually S tier. Y'all are going to disagree with me on that, I think. Maybe you won't. That card's a stud. His jumper's great. He's 6'6". He's literally a very strong defender as well. He is a great card. And people are going to sleep on him because of the name. Generally, Manu cards aren't that good in my team. He is really good. I think he's got an argument with Castle. It's one of those two guys. It's the second best dark matter point guard behind J Kidd, in my opinion. And then Kawhi, who's easily the best dark matter shooting guard in the game. It's not even close. Also at S tier as well. That one's not hard at all to place. So with that being said, this is the list. Besides Michael Porter Jr., who gets an honorary dark matter spot for his performance in my pack and play, the rest of this list I think is pretty darn accurate. Realistically, MPJ would probably be C tier. I actually do think he's decent, and I was pretty impressed by him yesterday. But either way, this is the list. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.